Good afternoon. Welcome to the Meltdown. So, I realize that the microphone is pretty sensitive on this machine, so we're going to try to see if I can't keep it at a lower tone. The Federal Reserve minutes are out, and while the Federal Reserve has taken on its job of monetary policy and unemployment, the President and the Fed minutes are coming out 180 degrees apart from each other. Now, they are not a direct correlation. I don't want to pull that figure together. But what I do want you to understand is that the Federal Reserve, Ben Bernanke and Tim Geithner, a little over a year ago, stated unequivocally that we are going to maintain 0% interest for a long time. That when you consider the market, I'm talking about the bond market, interest rates, the overall health of Wall Street, those people are going to make money and lose money every given moment of the day. As Gordon Gekko said back in Wall Street, money never sleeps. So the wealthy get wealthier under quantitative easing. And the term tapering, our bond buying program coming from 85 billion to 75 billion and gradually working its way to 25 billion, takes us into a considerable question as to what happens when Ben Bernanke retires, when he's no longer the Fed president. Now, Janet Yellen has been confirmed, and she's going to take over the helm come February the 1st. Yellen has said she does not believe what she said is she believes in quantitative easing. And we can obviously see that with the $2 trillion that we spent, quote, in the Iraq war, that our economy has crippled us to the tune of an extra $1.5 trillion before you get into deficit spending and all the other problems that are going on. Folks, I believe that at some point in the next decade or so, you'll see legalized marijuana in such a fashion that the states have an opportunity to tax it, keep quality control in place, fight the war on drugs. Maybe that'll it won't take as much money out of the coffers. Michael sent me a clip from Ronald Reagan. I want to say it was in '84. But he addressed Social Security. Social Security is not the reason, quote, according to Mr. Reagan, that we've got deficit spending. Unfortunately, what's going to end up happening is that since we've raped the till and used all that money, we're going to end up getting ourselves into a position that if you consider the long-term effect of everything that's going on, then you've got to understand that the baby boomers are getting to retirement age. So the excess money that's supposed to be going back into Social Security is going to be drained even harder. More people retiring, less people in the workforce means less money there. So we're going to have a problem in Social Security for probably forever. It's due to run out. I want to say it was in 2022 or 23. Folks, there's not a lot of time left. And if you're thinking of retiring, you better be thinking of what you're going to do in and above that. Now, the president said today that there are going to be promise zones. Those are poverty areas of the country. LBJ talked about it back 50 years ago. But to create the promise zones are San Antonio, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma, southeastern Kentucky, where poverty, which back in the 1960s was about 26%, according to the White House is now 16%. Almost 50 million people live in poverty. 13.5 million of those are children. This is going to be stimulus to assist businesses, give them incentives to grow their businesses, to improve housing, to do things that are going to assist us, quote, in the recovery of different parts of the country. How are we going to raise the minimum wage by 50 percentage points across the country? Well, at least in the promise zones to start. Creating jobs, improving schools, beefing up public safety, creating better housing. That's what the message is. But the message from the Fed is that tapering, well, we'll see. Based on the release of the minutes, the markets which were down considerably, I'm talking about gold and silver and platinum, immediately responded and moved up. And so my concern, and what I continually try to explain to different clients, is that when the metals prices are dropping in the spot market, you'll see a little bit of that tailoring back through into, quote, the precious metals, the physical metal price. So what I mean by all that is that as inventories get drained, as they're eliminated, premiums rise. And they're rising faster on older coins than they are on newer coins. And I'm talking about circulated Morgan and Peace dollars. There's still a $5 premium by one of the largest precious metals companies in the country. I'm selling some that I just bought over the counter at about $3.50. That's $1.50 a coin cheaper than my competition. And yet, people still want to criticize, and that's okay, because deals come and deals go. That's not the case in the rare coin market, and I can assure you that a 1796 quarter in Mint State 67 that sells for $1.5 million, they didn't buy it as a get-rich-quick scheme. That was prudent money that was putting a coin away, and whether it's being put away for 5 years or 50 years, it's a great investment. It is one of America's rarest coins. Now, the $320 gold pieces that I've been tracking, watch and see what happens tomorrow. We still have, well, I guess that auction's tonight. It was about 12 hours when I was on the air before, so it'll come to fruition here in the next 5 to 7 hours. And folks, these are important coins, and no, you can arbitrarily shotgun yourself and spend hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars and buy a lot of stuff. But are you working with somebody who's been around the market, who understands the pressures and understands what coins are in vogue and which coins aren't, and which coins have the extra premium that you'll get at the auction if that's what we decide that we need to buy? I've got customers that want to buy the cheapest stuff, and I get it. It's okay. Like I said, there are times that I'm going to be the least expensive, and there's other times I'm going to tell you to do business with the other guy. It's okay. What isn't okay is you taking somebody at face value and listening to what they've got to say and deciding that you're going to utilize the information as an uneducated person in this industry. If you've been here for 10 or 20, 30 years, I hope you know. But if it's not your forte and it's not what you do, just because dealer A says dealer B's ripping you off doesn't mean that dealer A knows what he's talking about. I deal with it all the time. This is a market that requires experience and knowledge and being a student of the game. And I've had salespeople over the years. Being in the business 25 years doesn't make you educated. It just means that you've been sitting at a desk for a long time. I've had people who've worked for me that had experience. And a real student of the game reads the literature, looks at what his competitors are doing, what they're promoting, why they're promoting it. I had a good client come in yesterday afternoon and tell me he got a flyer and a company was offering him 1 10th-ounce gold American Eagles at $130 a piece. I said, buy all you can. If they'll sell you 1,000 of them, take them. Well, I couldn't afford 1,000. I said, you let me know. I've got people that'll be more than happy to put up the money to put those types of coins away, because you can't buy them. I can't buy them for less than 141 or 42, and that's if I'm buying minimum of 50 coin rolls. I don't know that I could get them that cheap. It's a great deal. And of course, once you buy from a dealer, most of them hammer you to death. Back in the old days, siding salesmen were one of the most feared because they were relentless. Came up with more marketing ideas than you could shake a stick at. Today, there's billions of coins out there, and there's billions of options and opportunities. And folks, this is a time when you find a deal that you strike. $3.50 over spot. Doug's coming down. He's going to buy 40 or 60 coins. I got 120 of them at that price. They shouldn't last. At $5, $6, I'm not overmarking them, but at $3.50 they're a deal. Take all of them. Buying circulated Morgan and Peace dollars and being able to buy them for about $30 a piece is a great deal. If I have to go buy them in quantity, I'm going to spend between 26 and 29. Makes the spread very, very tight. Anyway, I love rare coins. I really do. Buy the stoppers, the key dates. No, if you don't understand what those are, you're the person who should call 281-548-2646. That's 281-548-2646. Hit option 0. Folks, if you're calling from a cell phone, if you've got limited time and you want us to call you back, I'll be more than happy to do that. Just tell us. Email me, that's anytime, Brett, B-R-E-T-T, at thegoldexchange.net. If you can think of it, if you find it on the internet, odds are I can locate it for you and I'll probably do it for less money. If the deal's a really good deal, I'll tell you to take it. All you got to do is shoot me straight. It's really not that complicated. I want to do those things for you. I want you to understand why certain coins go into a portfolio and other coins don't. And the bottom line to all of this is that there's great deals and there's okay deals. And then there's those deals that you're going to strike because you saw the spot price and you don't track the metals close enough to know whether or not the long-term trend is positive or negative. I love gold, but I love the upside in silver. And more people will buy and use silver from investment to institutional use. And ultimately, all of it matters. All of it does. They're tangible metals. They're precious. They're precious for a reason. Base metals are a great place to invest if you're playing in the futures market. When the economies of the world are growing, they're not. They're pulling back. Europe is in trouble again. The euro is in trouble still. And the price of oil, look, I listen to the automakers say that their sales are growing. How much of that paper are they holding themselves and the workers and all the money and the stuff? And folks, Detroit's dead for a reason. Now, that having been said, I like sets of coins. I like the key date coins. They call them the stoppers. I want you to own NGC and PCGS coins. There's certain ICG coins and other grading companies that I don't mind, but you better talk to somebody before you just get caught on cable TV or your buddy tells you to buy something. There's a lot of stuff out there. Anyway, I'm going to cut the show short today. I've got some stuff I need to take care of with some other clients, but if you've got a question, visit themeltdown.com. Click on the links to our other websites. You'll get more information. If you want to ask questions, 281-548-2646. That's 281-548-2646. Hit option 0. Email me, Brett at thegoldexchange.net. Folks, I never get off a podcast without thanking Texas Children's Hospital, the Downs Clinic, and the Ronald McDonald House. If you can provide a tithe or a donation, go to themeltdown.com, click on the donation banner. Your information is kept totally anonymous from me, but the funds will obviously go to the use of those facilities. If you can provide a hot meal, please call 832-824-8600. Nancy Allen and her staff will be more than happy to help accommodate the delivery of a hot meal. They need 20 to 60 of them every night. Folks, I appreciate you listening in. God bless you. Please reach out. I'll be out again and talking to you around 9:30 tomorrow morning. In the meantime, if you need me, reach out. Appreciate you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.